Stiles Watkins back live from Las Vegas. Thanks to Jiffy Lube. Special thanks to Jiffy Lube for making our road trip to Radio Row possible. Jiffy Lube, a proud sponsor of Sactown Sports. And we are joined 5-year NFL vet, Miami Dolphins fullback, Alec Ingold. Alec, thank you so much for joining the show.
Appreciate you guys having me on. That's a good tee-up, man. I mean, we're going from Jiffy Lube to a 5-year NFL career, man. Like, let's roll, man. Yes. I need a sponsorship from Jiffy Lube. We're doing the dirty work, man.
Hey,
hook them up, Jiffy Lube. We can make that happen.
We know people. So this year, you're a nominee for the prestigious Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award. Just tell us what that means to you to be nominated for that.
Dude, it means everything. Mm-hmm. For your organization, like what you go to work with every day, they pick one person, one man inside and outside the building that's doing it the right way. Like that amount of validation. I hate talking about external validation, but it just internally tells you you're on the right track. You're doing things the right way. And like that's why it's the biggest honor in all of football right now. And it's really cool to see all other 31 nominees here. Yeah. Their foundations they're working on. You get so inspired by that group of people, right? You're the energy you give off. Yeah. And it's a very inspiring crew.
That's awesome. Yeah, Eric Armstead's the Niners representative, and he's from Sacramento. So we get to see a lot of the work that Eric does. What's some of the work that you do in your community?
Man, I'm big into foster care and adoption advocacy.
Awesome.
I was adopted myself as a newborn, and that's just it. It's cool to be able to use your own story for some good, right? The platform that you're on in the NFL, it's what we do. Football is what we do, but why you do it or why you're there for the adoption thing, man, to be able to play Madden with some kids or put on a financial literacy camp for them, let them come out and play football with us. Like the amount of doors you can open in the windows that you see from some of these kids, like, okay, this is the blueprint. I can take this. I can run with it. I can go wherever I want to go with it. It's really cool to work in that space.
Talking to Alec Ingold, Miami Dolphins fullback, 5-year NFL vet, 3 years for the Raiders, and if we're not mistaken, they went to Vegas. You finished in Oakland, right? So have you been to Allegiant? What do you think about the change? I mean, we won't get into the A's because we don't have enough time for all that. But what do you think? Right. And then the Raiders, they got their own problems with the Chiefs and the Niners. Yes. You got to pick your poison. Yes. We got a lot of Raider fans in Sacramento. What do you think about what the Raiders got going on?
Man, so my rookie year was the last year in Oakland.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was a part of that transition period into Vegas with COVID, all of that. But that last year in Oakland, man, that was something special. It was one of the best years. I literally named my dog Oakland because I loved being there. It was, we're in Alameda, but I was staying right down Jack London Square. You know what I'm saying? I was right downtown.
I was in Alameda,
Dude, it's an absolute pleasure. The aura of the Raiders, you just get that little taste of the Coliseum, all of that. Was beautiful, and I was glad that I got 1 year there and then a part of that Vegas trip, man. That was a crazy experience trying to pack up my things from the apartment, driving straight down to Vegas, trying to, figure out what the heck to do down here, man. So it was a good time with the Raiders for sure.
You talk about that Raider culture too and how you felt it when you were in Oakland, and it felt like they lost it a bit. I mean, a bit of no identity just showing up in Vegas. Do you feel like Antonio Pierce has kind of brought that? That seems to be the thing that most people say he's really bringing is just he understands what it means to be a Raider.
Yeah, we had a good nucleus core group of guys: Max Crosby, Josh Jacobs, myself, Foster Morrow, Hunter Renfrow. AJ Cole still playing with the Raiders. We had a group of guys make that transition and do the best we could with it. And you see headman Antonio Pierce coming in. That's the Raiders that you know and love. That's the Raiders that we're smoking in the locker room, whatever it is. And it's they're the bad boys. They're playing tough defense. It hurts when you play those guys. We played them coming off our bye week, man. And it was such a back and forth game, a close game. We're really talented. We ended up pulling it out, but everyone showing up after the facility the next day, we're like, man, them boys hit. That defense hits. Max Crosby hits. So it's cool to see that they have that opportunity to carry through a little bit of that consistency with those guys still in the building.
Talking to Alec Ingold, Miami Dolphins fullback. And, you talk about the Raiders hitting hard. Well, we know the Niners hit hard, not just on defense, offense as well. And Kyle Juszczyk is part of that. We've been wondering, you get tight end U, right? And they're calling it the tight end U Bowl with George Kittle and Travis Kelce. Is there anything, because there are not a lot of fullbacks still in the league right now, is there any connection or any type of fullback that you have with other guys in the league that are fullbacks?
Right now, it's just a group chat, but I heard
that's awesome.
That's how tight end use started.
That's right.
And they go to Nashville, they're doing their thing. So I'm thinking we bring all the fullbacks up to the Northwoods, right? Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, we're just deadlifting, eating steaks, right? Just all this stupid no
forks,
no
forks.
We're just breathing with our mouths the whole time. And Juice probably is he's the GOAT right now, man, in my opinion. But there's a number of other guys around the league doing their thing. So it's always cool to see the fullbacks getting their love, and I'm hoping he has a heck of a game in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to bring this up, but I mean, you know this Chiefs team really well. You saw them in the playoffs. What was kind of your thought going through that game? And of course, the weather played a huge factor in that. But just what have you thought about the Chiefs' run to the Super Bowl so far?
I mean, they're disciplined, man. It's all about the culture that they have.
Yeah.
It feels like it's just in the bricks. They just know how to win. And it's they make it so difficult for you to do what you love to do, what you want to do. And I think their game plan, the coaching, executing it from the film room to the game. I know this is cliche sayings, but it's true. Yeah. And when you feel it, it's man, they don't get phased. You watch an AFC Championship game against the Ravens, there's no bonehead mistakes. There's no turnovers. They aren't playing bad football. They're playing good football when it matters most. And it's just it just felt like as soon as they won, they're all right, it's on to the Super Bowl. Let's get into our routine. There was no crazy celebrating. It was shaking hands.
Right.
This is what we expect to do. Now let's go over to Vegas and play a Super Bowl.
Talking to Alec Ingold, Miami Dolphins fullback. Before we get your pick, I do want to ask the comparisons between, or I guess some of the similarities. We've been talking so much about Brock Purdy and the game manager stuff, but you have a quarterback that has dealt with, I guess, similar criticisms in Tua. Do you see any similarities either on the field or just in the media with how both of these quarterbacks are viewed and maybe a little underrated?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. There's a lot of similarities in maybe some of the criticism that they have to face, the narratives that they have to face. And I mean, that's a funny thing about narratives is it really doesn't matter when it gets in your walls. And it's you get Tua leading the league in passing from week 1 all the way through to week 18. Dude was balling.
Yeah.
But he still had to deal with those narratives. Can he stay healthy every single week? Brock Purdy, you're dealing with those same narratives. Is he a game manager? Is he not? Dude just keeps winning, keeps balling. He's in the NFC Championship game, ripping off 27 unanswered points with a bloody nose, with torn up leggings, throwing his shoulder down, running people over. And it's is that a game manager? I don't know, but he keeps winning ball games. So narratives are a funny thing. I love when quarterbacks can feel it.
Yeah.
Move into that, embrace it a little bit and use it as kind of their own little X factor as a part of the overall game.
Well, this has been outstanding, Alec, talking to Alec Ingold. You have your own weekly show now, Players Point, on Sirius XM NFL radio channel, and I definitely want to check it out because this has been great. Definitely want to make sure we get you out of here on time. But before we do, you're looking at it right here. You're looking at the poster. Do the Niners get number 6? Or like you said, that business over there, will they take care of business from Kansas City and Mahomes gets another championship?
I think it's going to be a tight game, and I think the 49ers score about as many points as Christian McCaffrey gets touches.
Wow.
If you get him out of the backfield, he's touching the ball 25, 30 times this game, they're going to be scoring a lot of points. I could see the 49ers getting number 6. C-Mac might have that MVP. Maybe it's Brock Purdy.
Maybe it's Kyle Juszczyk.
Maybe it's Kyle Juszczyk. Maybe big old Trent Williams. Let's give him some love.
Right.
Oh, man. So I take the Niners in this one.
27-24. And again, congrats on your nomination for the NFL Walter Payton Man of the Year award. That is outstanding. Alec, this has been great. Have fun the rest of your time in Vegas, and hopefully we talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. I can't wait. Appreciate you guys.
All righty. Got to get to a break.